Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start, I would like to say good day and hello to everyone listening to this presentation. Also, I would like to thank my lecturers and all my peers. Today, we would like to discuss Transit-Oriented Development, or TOD, and its study cases, based on the field study we did in the Asian-Japan City Architecture Forum 2019 and the field study and lecture in Singapore. I would now like to introduce to you our team. First, Robi Mutakin, Embobi Cahyadi, Nindya Dwi Rahayu R, Arista Widya Bandiani, Sylvie Stella Hardita, and myself, Syafira Ranandia Herawan. Without further ado, let's start this discussion and presentation.
Bernick and Keffer 1997 defined TOD as a compact and mixed-use neighborhood arranged around a transit station site which, together with the surrounding public space, is the center of the neighborhood. The transit station site serves as a transportation hub connecting the neighborhood with the other area, while the public space is an important activity and meeting place of the area. Maryland Transit Administration defined TOD as the design principle of denser neighborhood that includes a mix of residence, employment, commercial, and public service with a large bus or rail transit station within a walkable range. ITDP, or Institution for Transportation and Development Policy, defines TOD as the concept of urban development or city development that maximizes land use. It is mixed and integrated with a healthy lifestyle and the use of mass public transportation. There are strategic indicators to achieve the objective of the TOD concept based on ITDP, that is walk, cycle, connect, transit, mix, densify, compact, and safe.
There are strategic indicators to achieve the objectives of TOD concept based on ITDP, or Institution for Transportation and Development Policy, 2014, are as follows. 1. Walk. Walking is the most natural, healthy, clean, efficient mode of transportation without the need for emissions and is affordable for short distance. 2. Cycle. Cycling is an emissions-free, healthy, and affordable transportation option. Cycling will be very efficient and consume less space and urban resources. 3. Connecting. Short and direct pedestrian paths require a dense road network between permeable small blocks. 4. Transit. Public transportation connects and integrates between urban areas that are too far away to do for pedestrians. 5. Mix. Renewing land use in one area will make local roads alive and provide a sense of security for road users, encourage walking and cycling activities, and shape a human living environment. 6. Densify. Dense and dense spatial patterns in urban growth. Cities must grow vertically rather than horizontally. 7. Compact. Dense spatial planning is a basic principle in dense urban development. Development that is meeting will be produced various activities and activities that are present close to one another. 8. Shift. Walking, biking, and using public transportation become the choice of transportation if the city is built on the 7 principles mentioned above.
We will now be discussing one of our case studies, HDB Housing Area of Toa Payoh, Singapore. The Housing and Development Board, or HDB, is the statutory board of the Ministry of National Development, responsible for public housing in Singapore. The product of said board is housing intended for the people that forms a residential area consisting of tower blocks, which the HDB refers to as a town. HDB housing can be regarded as an implementation of Transit-Oriented Development, or TOD, in a residential area. This is because each block has complete facilities available, including schools, markets, food centers, and clinics, all interconnected with public transportation such as MRT stations or bus stops. HDB housing areas in Singapore is located in several areas, one of which is located in Toa Payoh, an office center as well as HDB housing area that has a TOD concept. Here are some key points in creating a transit-oriented development-based residential area in Toa Payoh, Singapore. First of all, walking. HDB housing areas in Singapore facilitates movement from residential areas, or HDBs, to bus stops or stations that are equipped through pedestrian or pedestrian paths. The HDB Toa Payoh area has a safe and comfortable pedestrian with a protective or canopy and vegetation that provides a sense of security and comfort to its users. In addition, the pedestrian paths in Toa Payoh HDB area also has an interactive and lively pedestrian pathway with a visual connection that connects the building activities. Next is cycle. The HDB housing area of Toa Payoh is also equipped with cycling paths to facilitate the movement from house to bus stop or stations and minimizes the use of motorized vehicles. The bicycle infrastructure network is available with secure bicycle access using a fence and the availability of secure bicycle parking. Next is shift. HDB housing area of Toa Payoh shifts the use of private transportation by diverting to public or mass transportation facilities. The feeder network used in HDB housing area of Toa Payoh is a public transport network from the residential area to the point of the bus terminal exchange, or MRT station. The connecting bus terminal is between or at the HDB town or residential area, which is directly connected to the MRT stations. At the terminal, residents can immediately change buses that serve the main lane or change to the MRT.
The next indicator is mix. The HDB Toa Payoh area, which consists of several blocks, is equipped with complete facilities including schools, markets, shopping centers, parks, clinics, connected to mass transportations such as MRT and BRT. The next is densify. Singapore has an average density of people per building was 18.2 in 1947. So, the government designed the HDB housing, one of them in the Toa Payoh area with vertical shaped buildings. Next, compact development in the Toa Payoh area takes place in urban areas equipped with various public facilities. Next, connecting. Each block in the area is interconnected by pedestrian paths, bicycle paths. They are affordable for mobilization. Next, transit. The HDB Toa Payoh housing area is integrated directly with the MRT station and bus stop.
Framework for a successful transit-oriented development, public-private partnership organization in Marunouchi Nagadori. Railway lines servicing in the area approx 28 line. Railway station in the area approx 13 station. History of Marunouchi evolving to be the most interactive central business district. First generation in the year 1890s, Mitsubishi acquired huge land in front of palace from government to establish central business district. Second generation in the year 1960. In 1960, old brick building has been replaced by modern and large-scale office building. Third generation in the year 2000. 30-meter high modern office building have been redeveloped by high-rise complex building central business district or CBD to change amenity business core or ABC. Development concept. To develop Marunouchi, three aspects are needed. They are 1. Network, 2. Open, 3. Interactive. Development promotion. The platform to freely discuss the future of the district between the public and private sector. Each sector must connect the future vision, development method, and development local rules. Master plan, which consists of the development zones, access, and hubs in Marunouchi Nagadori area. Below is the master plan. And next, in this slide, explain three key aspects for a successful TOD. First, vibrant mixed-use community. This is map of Marunouchi mixed-use facilities. Vibrant facilities is a process full of enthusiasm for creating creative organization and communities, thus creating a creative community that can create comfort and interest for someone to visit the place.
The second is living public space. What is living public space? Lively public space is a planning concept for various dimensions that combines and optimizes several functions, uses, and elements of space. In the Marunouchi area, there are many open spaces as a place to gather or rest. Located every 300 meters on the road makes passers-by more excited. Can be seen on the map where there are several public space points. In the Marunouchi area, some buildings also implement living public space, such as the Marunouchi Park Building, Tokyo Otemachi First Square, and The Meiji live in secure building. And the final concept in the Marunouchi region is pedestrian-oriented development to realize sustainable development. What is TOD? TOD is a pedestrian-friendly policy that provides clear and comfortable pedestrian access to commercial and residential lines and transit stops. In the Marunouchi region, there were changes from 1967 to 2016, where pedestrian paths were widened to make room for pedestrians to do more activities. Pedestrians in Marunouchi have three characteristics. 1. There is no hierarchy created between the sidewalk and pedestrian. 2. The same sidewalk are used for sidewalk and pedestrian. And 3. You see those trees carry the road for season. This characteristic make pedestrian space bigger and more comfortable.